Howdy, 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 everybody. Howdy, 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 y'all. Teresa here and Charlie. 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 No, I'm calling you. Hey, Charlie. Charlie, hello. Charlie, hello. Charlie. Charlie. Are you ignoring me? Why will you ignore me? He's not happy at Dad's not home. Right, Charlie? This is the fifth time I've tried this, and I'm not going to go for it. Phone keeps ringing, or else something else happens. One of those days. Come on, everybody go, thank God it's Friday. Anyway, Brad went fishing yesterday about 1:30. I think I laid down, took a short nap. I'm not sure. I can't really remember sleeping, but, I did the seated exercise. I had a salad for dinner, soup for lunch, a salad with cooked hamburger patty. Eating's right back on track, so that's all good. I just been keeping really busy. I got all my orders done. I loomed for over 8 hours yesterday, and I am feeling it everywhere. But what happens when I end up sitting that long, it makes it harder and harder to walk. It makes being sedentary, and then my feet swell up a little bit more. Kind of a chain wreck, And then my carpal tunnel. My carpal tunnel starts from my elbow and radiates down, and that's pretty bad today. In fact, I'm going to take it easy today on some stuff because I can hardly even lift anything with this hand right now. But I enjoy doing my work, so I'm not complaining. I was going to show you guys. These are the completed towels. There's 2 of each color. The one on the far left is a taupe or tan color, and then the middle towel is yellow, and then that with the red top or the gray. So got that all ready. In fact, it's ready to be mailed. And then let's see. These are the slippers I completed, and I know that it shows up on here as this is actually a lighter, more vibrant blue, the slippers, and then where it shows the white flowers, those are actually a baby blue. So that's ready to be mailed too. So those are all done. Happy about that. And like I said, I finished at 5 a.m. And then this morning I was back at it at 11, packaging them ready to be shipped. They will go out today. Today I'm going to do my biking exercise when Brad goes to work this evening, and my housework. Like I said, I'm already taking it easy with the carpal tunnel. The Jeep. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Okay. We didn't have the money to get the Jeep fixed. Originally, and they are working with it. But originally they were going to work with it. They didn't think it would cost that much. It ended up costing more. They were trying to get find a used starter to put in, and they just could not get. They could not find one, and it came to a point where it's like, okay, well, we really got to have this back, and they knew this. And they had a couple orders for customers ahead of us, of course, but we really got to have this back. It's going on, like a week, and so what they did was, I was trying to have Brad not have to sell this one rifle he has, because he doesn't have hardly anything left. Because we've been selling stuff as we need it, frankly. It is one that his parents had gotten him as a child, or as a teenager. And I was trying to have him not have to do it, and I had sold that one painting, and and I knew it was going to be a while before paint. Most people don't just have money sitting around. That 16 by 20 that my friend Ken is going to be using in his video and all of that. I think I already told you guys all about that. Well, he contacted me last night and said, I want to pay you for that painting. And I had taken some money off of it. And he goes, no, I want to pay full price. So I invoiced him. He paid it this morning. We were able to call the mechanic and say, go ahead and buy that new starter. We need to have this fixed, as soon as you can. And then they called back and said, we put the starter in, but it's still not. And so oh crap, didn't know. They thought maybe the motor had seized. And, and we're like, praying hard. And good news was it's not. What it was, Brad just called, and it was just a wire that had not been tightened all the way, when they put the new starter in. So, but it ended up costing us a lot more than we thought it was going to. And no, our mechanic isn't trying to screw us out of anything. So we ended up taking the money from the painting. And that's why I love PayPal, because, if you have a PayPal debit, the minute you get paid, you're able to use those funds. And then Brad did go ahead. They wanted that rifle. So it was kind of a neat thing. It was right in between the two of us that we were able to do that. So, he has the Jeep now. And he stopped to get me some produce because I'm out of produce. And, I go through a lot of produce with the way I eat now. And needed some before he goes to work. The funny thing is he called this morning because, it didn't sound like the Jeep was going to be done, and he had jury duty on Monday. And I'm like, you better call him and tell him. Well, I called him, no problem. They said it, postponed it, so he'll go in a month instead. So that's all good. But thank you, God, and thank you to everybody who's done orders with me, because every little bit does help. Between Brad working part-time and what I sell provides for the prescription meds and the food. So we're able to make ends meet. But it sure does feel good when you can create anything with your own two hands and sell it and help out. And I've always done that throughout our marriage, but I really thank God for blessing me with having some talent. Because and I believe everybody has some talent of some sort. You may think that you are not a crafty person at all, but you have some kind of talent. We all do. But it's just kind of making the best of it. But, that felt good to say, hey, I sold this painting, this will help. And when I got the debit card, because I had changed PayPal accounts, it was a big thing. It had been, the other account had been compromised and the whole bit, so they just suggested we shut that one down, start a new one. That was way back in Wyoming. But when I set up to get the debit cards and stuff, I also made sure that Brad had one too. So that way he's able to do what he needs to do. So that's all good. I think I have a little bit of shrimp left. I think I'm going to have that on my salad tonight. I got to work a whole bunch of produce again. Like I said, I'm going to take it kind of easy. I want to do some painting tonight. Really eager to do some painting, actually. So I'm going to do that. And, or I might just kind of mess around because I've been working really hard lately. So I might just kind of, take it easy. So, and that way too, Brad can keep looking because he's looking for full-time employment. So we really want to get into a house or something. What else can I tell you guys? Oh, my topic for today was going to be how your body responds to food. And this is not something like, I don't ever tell anybody what they should eat because everybody's body is differently, and how your body reacts is as authentic as your DNA, of course. So don't think that. One of the things I've noticed is, and I started to notice it years ago, but I really, really noticed it once I became more educated about diabetes. And, doctor even talked to us about kind of keep a list of what you eat, and you'll notice. And he said even test your blood sugar, as often as you want. for a while, because you'll see the effects of if you eat corn, what it does to your blood sugar and how it makes you feel overall. Or, if you eat, if you eat protein, different foods will affect your blood sugar and how you feel. And, I have noticed that, like with Brad this morning, he was acting very confused. And I didn't catch on at first because, I'm very tired and, working till 5 a.m. and then getting up just, a few hours later. But, finally dawned on me, I wonder if his blood sugar's low. Because, he was just so confused and scattered. And I said, I'm going to get bossy here. And I said, I want you to stop everything and I want you to eat something. I was trying to get him to eat a piece of bread with peanut butter. And he goes, he's just going to have some cereal. Okay. And he ate that and he did feel better. And then he was able to concentrate and focus on some stuff. And I noticed for years and years I could not eat salad. I could not eat fresh salad because it would just be like a huge dumping syndrome. I had IBS for years so bad. Part of that was caused from being bulimic. And when I was in my bulimia I did laxative. And it really raised hell with my digestive system. And that's my own fault. But I had IBS for so long, and some of his prescription meds really affected it too, that I couldn't eat fresh salad or anything. And I found now that I can't really eat it first meal. My first meal of the day is always lunch. I can't eat it first meal of the day because it will raise heck with me. And I have to really watch how much dressing I use too, because that seems to affect it. Certain things like garlic will really, if there's too much garlic in something, it's going to really, I will probably throw up. Too much fat in something, I'm going to have the dumping syndrome. Which is a good thing because it keeps me from eating a lot of sugary, fatty type things anymore because, I'm just going to get sick from it. So, why pay the money to have, liquid lava? But if you're ever kind of wondering that, make a list. It's kind of a fun thing to do for me. Of course, I'm a geek, but, make a list and say, hey, after I ate this, I felt good. After I ate this, I felt very lethargic and sleepy and, or after I ate this, all I want to do is eat more and more and more. It's always interesting, and our body always changes so much. So we all know as we age, stuff that we used to eat younger. I used to drink cans of sauerkraut juice and, eat a lot of lemons and, no. So, anyway, that's all we really got going on. We don't really have any plans for this weekend. I don't even know if Brad works. He doesn't know what his new schedule is. But we're back on the road, so that's all good. My personal goal, is I keep working on becoming more active. And no, Michelle, I didn't make it for the walk. Number one, the rollator was in the back of the Jeep. Number two, honestly, I just felt very overwhelmed. I would prefer to go for the walks in the daytime because in the evening is when there are the most people. There were a lot of people around. I don't know. It just seemed so overwhelming. But I'm going to keep working on it. As I lose weight and feel better about myself, I'm sure then I can, But keep working on my weight and being more physically active and getting stronger. And because I want to be, and then we want to make sure I have a vehicle again. Because most of my married life I have given up the vehicle, and just been without one. And I want to, eventually have, I don't even care if it's just a car, an old car or something, but just something that, would be mine. And so I want to be able to be physically fit enough to be able to get in my vehicle and drive to Walmart, walk in Walmart, buy whatever I need to get, walk out of Walmart on all on my own, and just be very self-sufficient. I miss that, and that's what spurs me on. Or go and go to a craft store or something. So yeah, it's never hopeless. But I hope everybody has a great weekend, and remember that I love you guys, and I cherish your friendship so much, and I think you guys are all awesome. And Charlie didn't have anything to say because his daddy's gone. Oh, one other thing, real quick. I always like to update you guys on the dogs. I told you guys the other day my dachshund wasn't feeling that hot. Well, yesterday she had a better day, but today she's back to being very sore. I mean, she's almost 14 years old. And I've had her since she was 8 weeks old. And she's the only one I got ever, like a puppy that young, ever in my whole, besides when I was a kid. But getting old enough now, the arthritis and stuff, it's like in her hind legs. Now, she does have kind of a tumor that, of course, can't be removed or anything. And I don't know if that maybe is now affecting the nerves on her lower spine. Sometimes she does okay, but then sometimes it's like she can hardly get those back legs really going. But, she's little. We lift her. That's what I had to stop the video earlier, another video, because she needed help getting up in the chair, and she was very adamant. And if I ask her to wait, she doesn't, because she can't really hear me now. So, but yeah, I have to stop and lift her up, or else Brad does, So, but then sometimes she feels good enough, she goes for a little walkabout. So, we're just making her comfortable as can be. That's all you can do. So, anyway, I'm going to get off here. And remember that I love you guys. And I think you're wonderful. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.